everybody? It's Michael Termini with the Game House, and today I am joined by Inspired after a dominant 3-0 series versus 100 Thieves in the LCS finals. So I got to talk about the 11-game win streak that has happened to this point, because the finals are cool and all, but the way that you guys were able to turn around this season, I think, has been inspiring. So I guess, what are your thoughts on that?
During the whole season, I was very confident, even though when we were dropping games in the regular split and stuff like that. I remember CEO of our team, Nicole, writing to me if I'm fine after losing some games, if you don't feel bad as a team or something. But I told her that it's just a regular season and I'm still very confident. I will make sure that I'll make the team work for playoffs, and I guess I did. So, yeah, I guess
It worked out quite well.
Yeah.
So yesterday, you guys were like, Team Liquid is the true final boss. You thought that they were the better team than 100 Thieves, and you guys have a bit of history with Team Liquid this year, whether it was the lock-in, and then you guys got 3-0'd, and then it was the 3-2 series where it went the 5 games, and then the 3-0. So what do you think it was about that evolution over time versus Team Liquid that, led to this run?
I think we're just getting experience on, especially Jojo. He just came to the LCS and he had to play best of 5 against Bjergsen in first month of his career, basically. I can see that can be a bit stressful and stuff, but then when the split was progressing, he was getting more comfortable on stage and stuff like that. And in the first playoff series against TL, I could see that it's actually the Jojo that is playing in scrims. And I think we just lost because we made some weird mistakes that we usually don't do. Maybe it was the pressure, I don't know. I think we were just very excited in the games. After we won game 4, especially we went into game 5, I would play with our emotions instead of brains. So I think we just didn't manage to close that series out. But coming here, I said that just take everything calm, and I'm sure we can win everything, and I guess we did.
Being here in Houston in the an NFL stadium, how was the energy of the crowd, and did that play into you guys at all, or did it just boost you up?
I mean, for me, I didn't feel stressed at all. I felt way more stressed playing the regular season because it was just best of ones, where I know that I can't really take too much risk, because if you die, you might lose the game, and then best of one, you can't really come back from it. And here, I know I can do whatever I want, and I can perform on my level, and my teammates are also following me very well. And I don't know, I kind of like the crowd. It felt pretty chill to play. I was surprised that there's so many people coming just to watch me play video games.
I thought NA was a dead region.
So many people watching me play video game. That seems pretty funny to me, but I like it a lot.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. So your Jarvan these last 2 days has been insane, and something that I and probably a bunch of other people noticed is that you were changing the build depending on the game. So game 1 you went the Turbo Chem Tank into the Anathema's Chains, and then game 2 you went for the Gore Draker and the more aggressive build. So when do you pop out which, and do you pick Jarvan as this flex pick that you could go hyper tanky, you can go for the burst when you want to?
Yeah, I think Jarvan is very flexible champ. It depends on what you want to do in game. You can either farm and look for level 6 spike, or you can also break out right after your red buff and pressure them up level 2. So it's a bit unpredictable for enemy team, and you also can either build tank if you have enough damage in your comp and you know that you want to funnel into one carry like we did in game 1 with Jinx. I knew that the game will not really be played around jungle, it will be mostly how fed our Jinx gets, and from that we win the game. And game 2 we had Xayah Ryze, so then you feel like you can do a bit more as a jungler, because champs are more playing around you. Xayah will always push the lane, and you have more presence in the game, so then you can go for more aggressive build and just scale better into team fights, or be more aggressive, deal more damage in the team fights. So I think it just depends fully on your comp. What do you want to do with your champion? And Jarvan is one of not many champs that can actually be very flexible with what they build.
So this is a bit of a weird one, but what matters to you more, making MSI or winning the LCS? And I know they're one of the same, but if it's hey, does the title mean something to you, or is it, oh, I get this chance to compete versus all these amazing players at MSI?
I actually don't care about MSI too much. I was really happy we won the split, but the fact that right now we have to go straight to Korea, and then coming back from there we straight go into summer split, that kind of scares me a bit. I will have 0 break and play League for 8 months straight if we make it towards after. So I'm not a big fan of it, but well, I will try to show up well on MSI for sure, and Yeah, I feel like taking a break after would be good because it's kind of exhausting to just play for like 4 months straight, and I don't know.
Is that a gripe with, I guess, the overall format? Because, like, if you look at, for instance, the LCK, they finished like almost a month ago at this point.
Yeah, exactly.
And the LPL finished this weekend. But is it something that you wish the LCS would finish sooner, like when the LEC does, for instance, so you guys have a little bit of that break?
Yeah, definitely. Like G2 and as I said, like T1, they had pretty decent break going into MSI, so that just feels more refreshing, I guess. It can also work better for us for MSI because we have been playing all the time, and right now we're gonna go to MSI and be kinda still like ready to play because our season just finished. But on the other hand, after the MSI finishes, we don't have any break and we have to go straight into another split. So this is like the downside of it.
I guess fair enough. So there was a bit of controversy this week with MSI with the whole ping change. I think it's 35, is it? So what are your thoughts on that, you know, as someone who's going to be playing on objectively worse ping?
No, I didn't really play too much solo queue in NA. I was mostly just playing scrims, reviewing and watching games because I think solo queue is not really teaching you anything. So I didn't really get to experience the ping too much. Obviously, I played it, but I don't really feel that much of a difference. But when you go on stage and you play on the 0 ping or like the very little ping, it feels a bit smoother. But I feel like 30 ping shouldn't really be a big difference. So I think the controversy or whatever, I think people will not really care, especially the players when they start playing.
It's overblown?
Yeah, I think so.
Fair enough. So I asked this to Jojo, so I'm going to ask it to you. Are you ready to slap Yankos and Owner? Are you ready to destroy them?
I mean, I'm the most hyped to play against G2 because what Perix did to me last year, he was a good player and clapped me at Worlds, and right now I'm in his shoes. I'm able to, as an NA team, slap the EU team. It will feel really good if he wins, so I'm looking forward. And I saw the group draw, and we are in the same group with G2, so yeah. I'm really hyped for that.
You essentially get a best of 3 versus them, which is awesome. Is it weird playing versus like a former region, like, you know, people who you, I guess, considered your peers at one point?
We'll see when I play, but yeah, it will for sure be a bit weird because I played against all of those players in EU, and now I'm playing with like completely different regions, so it will be an experience, I guess.
I'm gonna end with a bit of a strange question, so I want your opinion. So a lot of the take around EG has been, oh, look at this super young NA talent. And then, but I'm like, wait, didn't they just bring Inspired in? Like the literal MVP from the LEC? So do you think, you know, that's overshadowed you a bit in your performances split, and does that bother you at all?
I think it kind of overshadowed my performances. I think I played very, very well every series, but I don't really mind, honestly. It's nice that Jojo and Danny get a lot of like showtime, I guess.
Yeah.
And they're also from NA, so I see why LCS is like hyping them up so much. They're also playing very well, so I'm fine with it. But yeah, maybe some people forgot that I played very well, but I don't really mind.
And you're young too, you know, it's not like you're a boomer.
I know that I played well, and I know that I will play for still a long time because I'm still on 20, so I don't really mind.
Anything you want to say to the Evil Geniuses loyals or the new converts to the new religion?
I hope you guys enjoy our team, and that's not the last title that we are winning, so yeah, hope you stay with us for a while.
All right, check out thegamehouse.com for more LCS interviews.